Hello everybody, I will continue with the chapter 3 that talks about the flowering plants. Do you remember what are flowering plants? Flowering plants are plants that carry flowers and make seeds inside them. In the first picture, the plant refers to a cherry tree. Cherry tree is a flowering plant. Why? Because it carries flowers. Also in the second picture, we have marshmallow. Marshmallow is also a flowering plant because it carries flowers. The third picture also refers to chamomile, which is also a flowering plant because it carries flowers. So flowering plants are plants that carry flowers and make seeds inside them. What are the parts of a flower? The flower consists of the petal. The petal is the outside part. This part, the outside part, and the colorful part is called the petal. For example, if we have a red flower, then its petals are red. If we have a yellow flower, then the petals are yellow. So petal is the outside part and the colored part. We have also the sepal. This is the sepal. Sepal is a leaf-like part. We have also the stamen. This part is called the stamen. This part is the stamen. The stamen consists of the anther. The head is called the anther and the tail is called the filament. So stamen consists of the anther and the filament. We have also carpel or pistil. Carpel or pistil is the central part. This is the carpel or pistil. This part is called the carpel or pistil. It is the central part. The carpel or pistil consists of a stigma, the part at the top. This part at the top is called the stigma. This part is called the style. This part is called the ovary, and inside the ovary we have ovules. Function of each part. Petal is the colorful part that attracts insects. Sepal is leaf-like part that protects the flower as it grows. Carpel is the female part that contains the ovules. Stamen is the male part that contains the pollen. So the petal is the colorful part, is the outside part, and the colorful part that attracts the insect. What do we call the leaf-like part? We call it the sepal, and it protects the flower as it grows. What do we call the female part that contains the ovules? We call it the carpel. Carpel is the female part that contains the ovules, and the male part that contains the pollen is the stamen. Kinds of flowers. We have complete flower and incomplete flower. The complete flower is the flower that has all its parts. However, the incomplete flower is the flower that misses one of its parts. Look at the flower in the first picture. It misses its petal. So is it complete or incomplete? It is incomplete flower. It is incomplete flower. The flower in the first picture is incomplete because it misses the petal. Whenever the flower misses one of its parts, we call it incomplete flower, while the flower in the second picture has all its parts. So it is a complete flower. Now, classification of flowers. We can classify flowers into regular and irregular. Regular, The petals of the flower look similar. Whenever the petals of a flower look the same, look similar, we call the flower regular. Whenever the petals of the flower look different, we call the flower irregular. For example, the flower in the first picture is irregular flower. Why? Because the petals do not have the same shape. The petals in the first picture, they look different. They do not look the same and on different shape. So this flower is irregular flower. However, the flower in the second picture, all the petals look similar. So we call this flower regular flower. Now copy and study the function of each part and complete and incomplete flowers, definition of each, and the classification of flowers, regular and irregular.